Hello, friends. Welcome to today's football prediction on Betkraft. All right, today is another beautiful Monday morning, 24th day of June 2024, and as usual, we have host of a lot of games going on across the globe. And as we all know, the European Championship also going on at the same time. And then we do have, amongst our predictions, we do have the two games that is going on in the European Championship, where we have Croatia coming up against Italy in the last good game for both sides, and also we have Albania who will be facing Spain also in the last good game for that very group. And we do have other club games that we added to our ticket today to make up our tickets today. All right, that being said, without in a short while, we'll be looking at these football games that will be going on, one after the other, and we'll also be making the predictions on these games. But before then, I'll ask those of us who are coming across our video for the first time who are yet to subscribe to our channel to kindly hit the subscription button so that you do not miss out on our subsequent games that will be posted on this channel on a daily basis. Right, that being said, without further ado, let's head to the business of the day. And we are starting with the very first match for the day. Is actually the European game where we'll have Croatia who will be up against Italy. Right, as usual, we'll take a look at how these teams fared from their past 20 games and as well as the recent 5 games that they played. And using those data, we'll come to our predictions. And looking at Croatia, the Croatia in the past 20 have been able to achieve 10 wins, but they've also had 6 draws as well as 4 losses. But they've been able to score 31 goals in the process, and they've also conceded 19. And the Italian side, on the other side, have been able to achieve 12 wins in the past 20 games that they played, and also they've been able to they had 3 draws and also 5 losses, but they've scored 34 goals in the process, and they have conceded 19 as well. And taking a look at how they fared recent 5 games for both sides, could see that Croatia have been able to win 3 out of those 5 games. We saw Croatia winning Portugal in the last friendly that they played out before the tournament, and we also saw them losing out to Spain in the first match of this very tournament, and also drawing their second match against Albania, surprisingly. So they currently have 1 point at the moment. They've been looking to win this very one to ensure their survival in the tournament. And also Italy, on the other hand, have been able to achieve 3 wins in the past 5. They've also had 1 draw as well as 1 loss, and we saw them defeating Albania by 2-1, and they lost out to Spain narrowly by 1-0. So in this very encounter, it is Italy who seems the stronger side, seeing that they've been able to achieve 3 points at least, defeating Albania, that Croatia found difficult to do. So in this very encounter, it's a difficult one though. You can go either side, but in this very game, we expect to see a high intensity match, seeing that both sides are playing to survive. Any loss on any side will result to that side losing out entirely in the championship. So we do expect a high intense game in this very one, and we also expect to see a lot of corners in this one. So it is corner verdict that we chose for this very encounter. It is over 7.5 corner. We expect to see a minimum of 8 corners in this very game, and that takes us to the next game for the day. And the next game, it is actually the European Championship, where we have Albania who will be up against Spain. Okay, Albania in the past 20 games have been able to achieve 8 wins. They've had 6 draws as well as 6 losses, and they've been able to score 28 goals in the process, but they've also conceded 19. Very decent for a side like that. And also Spain, on the other hand, have been able to achieve 13 wins out of the past 20 games that they had so far. They've had 4 draws as well as 3 losses, but they've been able to score 53 goals, and they have conceded just 14 in the process. It goes to show that Spain is doing far more better than this team. And when you take a look at the recent results for both sides, you see that Albania have been able to achieve 2 wins out of the past 5 games that they had. They've also had 2 losses. One of those was against Italy in this very championship, and they also had 1 draw, which came against Croatia in the second match. And Italy, on the other hand, have been able to, Spain, on the other hand, actually, have been able to achieve 4 wins in the past 5 games and 1 draw. That draw was in the friendly against Brazil, where they played out a 3-3 draw. But the other games that they played out so far, they've been winning all the matches. And in this very encounter, we do expect the Spanish side, to win outrightly, which would guarantee them, top spot in this very group. So we do expect a win for the away side. Away win, that's our verdict for that very game. And that takes us to the next. The next game that we have for you today is in Egyptian Premier League, where we have National Bank of Egypt, who will be up against Balad Melaha. Okay, and you see that in the past 6 for the home side, they've been able to achieve 2 wins, 2 draws, as well as 2 losses. And the away side, Balad have been able to manage just 1 win, 1 draw, as well as 4 losses in the past 6 games that they have so far. And when you take a look at how they fared from home and away perspective, you can see that the home side, National Bank of Egypt, have been able to achieve 5 wins playing from home. They've also had 3 draws as well as 2 losses, out of the past 10 home games that they had so far. But the away side, Balad have managed just 1 win playing from away, and they've had 9 losses. They've lost 90% of their away games that they played so far. It goes to show that they're not performing at optimal level, especially when they're playing from away. So we do expect to see the home side dominating this very encounter. Also, the last time both teams met was in December last year, where we saw National Bank of Egypt defeating this side from away by 2-0. So we do expect the home side, National Bank, to replicate this fate, winning this game out shortly. It is the home side to win. That's our verdict for that very game. And that takes us to the next game, and this time around in Norway Division 2, where we have Junkeren who will be up against Valhalla 2. Okay, Junkeren have been able to win 1 and also draw 1 in the past 6 games, but they've also had 4 losses. And Valhalla have lost the entire 6 games that they played in recent occasions. And when you take it down to how they fared for home and away, you could see that even Junkeren have been able to manage 2 wins from the past 10 home games that they have so far. But they have actually lost 8 out of those 10. So, and the away side also, Valhalla have managed just 2 wins, but they also lost 8 as well. It goes to show that these 2 teams are quite equal in terms of their performances. And when you look at closely, look at the fixtures that in the past fixtures closely, you see that it is goals that is actually quite prominent in this fixture, seeing that for the home side, they have seen an over 2.5 outcome on 7 occasions out of those 10 home games that they played out. And also the away side, I've seen a very, very similar situation, seeing that 9 times out of those 10, they have actually seen a scoreline that is over 2.5. So that informed our decision in this very one, that we expect to see either side winning 12 and over 2.5 in this very encounter. 12 and over 2.5. That's our verdict for this very game. And that takes us to the next. And the next that we have is actually in Sweden. Women League, where we have Norrking who will be up against the Brommapojkarna women. Alright, Norrking women have been able to win 3 in the past 6. They've also had 3 losses. And the away side also, Brommapojkarna have had 2 wins, 1 draw, as well as 3 losses in the past 6 games that they played. And when you look at how they fared from home and away perspective, you could see that the Norrking, the home side, have been able to achieve 6 wins from home, and they've also had 3 draws playing from home in the past 10 home games that they had, and just 1 loss, which happened to be the last home match where they played out the 1-0 loss to Tier women. And the away side, on the other hand, have managed just 2 wins, just 1 win playing from away, and they've had 2 draws as well as 7 losses playing from away. Alright, it goes to show that playing from away, they're not doing that very well. They've seen that they've lost 70% of their away games that they played in the past 10 away games. So it goes to show that the home side is actually expected to rise to the occasion in this very one. It is Norrking women that we expect to achieve a result in this one. It is the home side either to win or draw. That's our verdict. Home win or draw. That's our verdict for that very game. And that takes us to the next game, also in Sweden, but Sweden Division 1 North, where we have Örebro Syrianska who will be up against Karlstad Football. Örebro Syrianska have been able to win 4 games in the past 6. They've also had one draw and as well as 1 loss. And away side, Karlstad have had just 2 wins, 1 draw, as well as 3 losses in the past 6 games that they have so far. When you take it down to how they fared from home and away, you see that the home side, Syrianska have been able to achieve 7 wins playing from home. They've also had 2 draws, as well as just 1 loss playing from home. It goes to show that they're doing very well, seeing that they've been able to win 70% of their last 10 home games, and that they've had just 1 loss and 2 draws. And their away side, Karlstad, on the other hand, have been able to achieve 3 wins from away. They've had 1 loss, they've had 1 draw, but they've also had 6 losses, amongst the 10 away games that they played out so far. So it goes to show that it is the home side who is likely to rise to the occasion in this very one, saying that they've been able to achieve 70% of their home games, and they're also currently having a 2 games home win run, and we do expect them to continue in that very line to achieve a result in this very one. It is the home side either to win or draw. That's our verdict for this very game: home win or draw. Okay, and that takes us to the next game, and that next game also in Sweden second division, where we have Landroskana coming up against the Orgite. Okay, Landroskana have won 4 in the past 6. They've also had 2 losses, and their way side Orgite have had 2 wins, 3 losses, as well as 1 draw in the past 6 that they had so far. And when you take it down to how they fared from home and away, you could see that the home side have been able to achieve 8 wins from home. They've also had 2 draws as well, and they've not lost any match in the past 10 home games that they played so far. And the away side have managed just 2 wins from away, but they've had 3 draws, and also they've had 5 losses playing from away. It goes to show that the home side is quite better in terms of the performances, and they've been able to achieve 80% of win out of the past 10 home games that they have so far. So they are doing very well at the moment, and to expect a win for the home side in this very encounter. It is home win. That's our verdict for that very game, and that takes us to the next, and which happened to be the last for the day. Also in Sweden, Division 2, Sodra. Okay, all right, we will have a Hann who will be up against Syrianska. Hann have been able to win 5 games in the past 6. They've also had 1 loss, and their way side Syrianska have had just 3 wins, 2 losses, as well as 1 draw in the past 6 games that they had on recent occasions. And take a look at how they fared from home and away. You could see that the home side have been able to achieve 5 wins from home. They've also had 1 draw, and as well they've also had 2 draws, as well as 3 losses playing from home. And the away side have managed 3 wins from away, and they've also had 1 draw, as well as 6 losses playing from away. But actually, what is prominent in this fixtures is actually high scoring encounter, seeing that they for the home side they've had a scoreline that is over 2.5 on 7 occasions out of 10, and the away side have seen a very similar outcome, also seeing over 2.5 in 8 games out of 10 meetings out of the past 10 away games. So it goes to show that it is goals that is quite expected in this very one. And the last 4 home games for the home side have also seen a very high scoring outcome, and also the same could be said about the away side. The last 5 away games that they played out also have seen a scoreline that is more than over 2.5. So we do expect to see a repeat of those, and we expect to see a minimum of 3 goals in this very encounter. It is over 2.5. That's our verdict for this very game, and that brings our predictions for you on Betkraft today to a conclusion. And I wish you the very best of luck once again, and I hope your ticket goes great. Remember to play responsibly. It is only a football game. It can go either way. Alright, that being said, tomorrow is another day, and we'll be coming up here with our predictions. And but until then, keep winning.